no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Auburn Tigers offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So the Florida Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Offense in an empty set. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The sure hands, it's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to pass, it's Lagway. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise, and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pocket breaking down. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll move the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simmons. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
14-0.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Moulton. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs.
Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. That's reeled in. It's Howard. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Caught behind the line. It's Thompson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Gets it out fast.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Montgomery. Breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time, late in the season, when you can go win those individual awards.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Moulton. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Tight end now in motion. They're working that left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer.
There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Watson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hutchinson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Sets a kickoff.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He's going to take off. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got the first down. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 1st down for this offense. Looking to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback. I'm not going to sack him. But if I get him mid up in the air, if I get one of those calls up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really, really nice job by that defender.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, it's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick catch on 3rd down. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Gator. The finisher, the point on that drive.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead. I'm going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Howard. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot.
Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Quick completion on the out. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's a heat. Powers through the defender. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll close the gap to 14. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. The short hand, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators in the hurry-up. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go-longs. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On fourth down, going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
On the move, he fires. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the rim.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Throws for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
For quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Kick is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Caught over the middle. It's Fleming. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The Gators moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. Touchdown, Florida! And here they come, almost all the way back. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Catch in the middle. It's Simmons. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Thompson.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The give to the back. There he goes. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This quarterback part of their running game. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
38-24.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Lagway. The throw to the outside is complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty move. Back 10 yards, will replay the down. And the Gators are flying down the field. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Moulton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his man. It's Moulton. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Spins away from the defense. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him.
Touchdown, Gator! And the comeback is on. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give him a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. will just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense.
And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the big fella. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out of the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Oh, they're after him. Caught in the backfield, it's Livingston. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Flagway. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rush is on him. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Coleman. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Moulton. Still running at the 40. Oh, there's an alley to the left. The 10. Touchdown, Florida. Somehow, they got him off the deck. They fought back, and they tied the game.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? That's caught. It's Howard. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Hard running there. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. To the air on first down. Fears the pressure. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Watson. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Under fire. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the first down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Pressure coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to adjust the pattern. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
What a big penalty at this juncture in the game, all locked up, and they get called for the pass interference. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start of offense.
Of course, the game can't end on a defensive penalty, so we play on here with at least one more untimed down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Dances away. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete.